everyone, Hungry Reader here. Say, do you smell that? Yeah, me too. It smells like every bear that ever there was. Many people who grew up with the Berenstain Bears first-time books did so because they had one of those first times. Or maybe a second or third or fourth or fifth or sixth or seventh time. There are some things that you end up doing a lot as a kid and you never quite get used to. For me, it was moving. We moved a lot when I was a kid. Not far, just often. So I identified a lot with the Berenstain Bears moving day. Their stuff is all packed. Here comes the truck. Let's move with the bears and wish them good luck. One interesting thing you'll notice about this story is that even though it was only a couple of books ago that Sister Bear was born, this is already a flashback. This is a story of how the bears moved into the house that Sister was born in. The Bear family didn't always live in the big tree house down a sunny dirt road deep in bear country. Years ago, when Brother Bear was an only cub, they lived on a hillside cave halfway up Great Bear Mountain at the far edge of bear country. Something I always thought was funny about this story was that even though at this point in the timeline, Brother Bear is Small Bear, they call him Brother all the way through this story. It was a comfortable cave, cool in summer and cozy in winter. And while it wasn't perfect, it tended to be dark and it dripped and trickled a bit. It was home. Also, they don't seem to have electric light in this house. I see why they want to move. But living on the mountainside wasn't perfect. It wasn't easy growing vegetables in the thin, rocky soil, and the trees Papa needed were getting fewer and farther between. One day, Papa Bear said, "My dears, the time has come to move."
Move?
That's right, the trees are getting few and far between on the mountainside.
Yes, and it's not easy raising enough vegetables for a growing family in this thin, rocky soil.
A growing family? Oh, Mama, do you know something that we don't?
Actually, I just said they don't seem to have power, but this is interesting. Look at what Papa Bear is putting away. A candlestick, an oil lamp, and an electric lamp.
They were prepared for anything.
What about my toys?
We'll take them along, of course. Put them in here.
And what about my books?
We'll take them along, too.
And what about my friends? We can't put them in a box and take them along.
This is interesting. Brother Bear's friends are all goats.
Are they sapient like the bears? Do they talk? Are they just friendly, cuddly goats that he hangs out with? That's true. You'll be leaving your friends behind. Papa and I will too. But you can keep in touch with them. You can write, even visit perhaps.
Yeah, sure, Mama. He's gonna write a letter to the goats. Dear goats, you want this tin can? The next morning, the moving bears came with their big truck and began moving the bear family's things out of the cave. Everything goes! Before long, the cave was empty.
Oh, that picture of them is just heartbreaking.
After a fond farewell look at their old home, the bear family said goodbye to their friends and neighbors.
The goats again! Maybe bear country shares a border with goat country. I wonder if Brother Bear will be prepared for life among other bears when all he's known is goat culture.
Look at that forest. Now we'll have plenty of wood to cut.
That's right, trees. You're next!
Brother was on the lookout for friends and playmates, but all he saw were a frog and some butterflies, and they didn't look very friendly. They don't?
You better just keep on walking, college boy.
And here's our first look at the Berenstain Bears' house. Apparently it was a fixer-upper. Now, it's a good thing that Stan and Jan Berenstain didn't give out no prizes, because a lot of people noticed that in the Berenstain Bears' new baby, it said that Papa Bear actually hollowed this tree out himself. According to Jan, what happened was the tree was more tree than house when they bought it, and then Papa hollowed out more rooms, which makes sense since Sister Bear has her own room later in the books, so... Another thing that's interesting is that Mama has this blue bird. Do I just not have enough books? Does anyone remember Mama keeping a bird in any of the other ones? Did something happen? Did the bird die? They were so busy imagining they didn't notice they had company. Their new neighbors had come with gifts of welcome. There were rabbits with carrot stew, bird and squirrel families with seeds and nuts. Really? Gee, I guess the goats were his friends. Huh. I don't think I was aware that there were so many non-bear sapient animals in this world. The bear family felt very welcome in their new neighborhood. Oh, look at Papa. Oh, he's almost tearing up. He's so proud. He's like, my boy. I love my boy so much. And when they got their treehouse all fixed up, it was just about perfect. And then they had to go and ruin it by having a girl. Speaking of whom, this copy is actually a brand new copy that I just bought from Barnes & Noble this week. These reissued old Berenstain Bears books now come with stickers. And a lot of the stickers in this one don't come from this book, as you can see by the prominence of Sister. But they did give you a sticker of an empty box that says books. So if I take a sticker of a box of books and I put it on a box full of books, but then it would be empty, but it's a picture of an empty box with the books on the box, in the box, in the...